Greetings and salutations, YouTubers. This is ZillaFan85 back today with my latest video. I know it's been a couple weeks, but, obviously I was out of town last weekend, and of course, as the title of this video is suggesting, I wanted to go ahead and showcase for you guys my haul from this year's G-Fest, that being, of course, G-Fest 26. For my personal haul, it's not going to be as big as I'm sure some of the other videos that you've seen where people have gotten, just a plethora of items. I got sort of a select few things while I was there. Of course, part of that is the fact that I was only there for the one day, which was last Saturday, the 13th of July. Of course, at the time of this that I'm making this video. But I think I pretty much feel that I came away, believe that I came away with a pretty good haul overall. So I don't want to get into anything, super specific here with anything that I got. So I just kind of wanted to go over some of this stuff with you guys. I'm going to start because I'm thinking the way I'm going to do it. So I'll do the like the figures last, and do a couple other things that I got first, and I'll start with actually what I kind of consider as a bonus item, if you will. And so I know that's usually for, bonus items usually come up last in videos and whatnot, but I'll go ahead and show this first. And that, of course, being this cool little poster here. I'm going to do the best I can to kind of show it for you guys, but, that's kind of it, so just kind of showing it. I know I'm gonna have to do the best I can, just keeping the camera where it's at and just kind of showing you guys the poster here. It's nothing huge, but obviously a poster for the new film Godzilla King of the Monsters, which of course just came out back in May. This I consider it a bonus item because this was free. One of the rooms that you can go into at the convention was had all these sculptings and whatnot that were fan made and entered for a contest. Really cool. I took pictures of all of a good portion of them. Really cool stuff in that room, and just for whatever reason they were giving away free posters from the new film, so obviously I went ahead and grabbed one, as my friend did too. So I just kind of consider this sort of a bonus item. I definitely like it. Like I said, cool poster for the new film. So I just wanted to show that first as a bonus item. Then I have one more non-figure that I picked up, and that of course being this shirt. Very, very awesome. The seller there had some really cool shirts. It was hard to kind of pick and choose which one I wanted, but then I've obviously found this one from the original, Godzilla or Gojira, and it's just really, really cool. I like the artwork on it, obviously, from that poster cover for the film itself. Very, very awesome shirt. I'm doing the best I can to kind of show it for you guys here, so just kind of bear with me, like I said, and kind of limited what I can do here with the camera because I want to keep it where it's at. But nice shirt. Is obviously nothing on the back, so it's just on the front. This wasn't my first choice, though. I actually saw a Mothra vs. Godzilla shirt, which I was trying to get first and foremost, but they didn't have my size, so I ended up getting this guy instead. And at least they did have this in my size, so I was definitely really happy to get a hold of this one. I got one for my friend as well, not the same one. It was a black and white one, and it has just the Gojira title on it, like if you've seen from that classic, was it the Classic Media DVD cover art. So it looks like that one. I was looking at that one too, but I kind of like this one better. So anyway, I just wanted to show you guys here. Hopefully you can kind of see it. Sorry, I'm kind of jumbling around. I just kind of wanted to show it off, though, like I said. So anyway, though, I'm definitely very happy to have that shirt. And now I'll go ahead and move into the figures. So I got a handful of them, not a whole lot, like I said. Because the other thing too is that I couldn't get I spent I spent a decent amount on everything that I spent, but I didn't want to get too overboard where you have people, spending hundreds upon hundreds of dollars, and I didn't want to do that because one of my figures was pretty pricey because it's a rare figure. But we'll get there in just a moment. So let's start off with this guy here, making sure the tail didn't come off of him because starting to do a little bit anyways. So I have a Mogera Gashapon figure, and I saw this one. Mogera's not my favorite mech slash kaiju, but I mean, he is pretty cool. I have the standard size Bandai version of this, so I figured I'd go ahead and add the Gashapon one to the collection. It's actually quite well detailed, so I was definitely glad to go ahead and pick this guy up. Let me see if I can place him where he can actually be in view for the camera here. Let me maybe just move that back a little bit, just to make sure you guys can see it still. So I got him. And like I said, I'm not going to really cover the figures that I get because I'm going to do reviews on all of them in the future. So I'm just kind of showing you guys what I got. Again, this is just a G-Fest haul video. Next one I got was this one, and that being a Bandai Shin Godzilla figure. I guess this is kind of a mini figure as well. It's really not a Gashapon. But I guess this would sort of be a minifigure, kind of. But it's like I was kind of measuring it. It's like 4 inches, so it's not really a standard size one. That's in the 6-inch range. So this is like a 4-inch figure, so it's sort of a minifigure, I guess. But you can see the Bandai insignia on the bottom there. But it was pretty cool, and I mean, Shin Godzilla. I mean, I know a lot of people do like his design. It definitely is very creepy. It's not my all-time favorite though, but I thought it'd be kind of, especially because this one was pretty cheap, so it was only like $10. So I figured it was the right price, and it's a pretty nicely done little sort of minifigure. So I figured this would be a cool addition to the collection. So I went ahead and picked him up. I'll definitely, obviously, like I said, I plan to review all these in the future. So the next one on the list, and this guy I'm going to have to put in the back because he's the biggest of the figures, and that is, check it out folks, none other than Super Gauss from Gamera Guardian of the Universe. Okay, and I should of course note, obviously, the Mogera Gashapon figure, of course, Mogera from Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla, Shin Godzilla from Shin Godzilla, and like I said, Super Gauss here from Gamera Guardian of the Universe, which for me personally is my all-time favorite Gamera film. It was the one that I actually saw first before any others. I faked being sick back when I was in 8th grade to stay home and watch it on Showtime. There's always a story I tell people about that. They usually get a kick out of it. But nonetheless, I'm trying to keep him in view for you guys. I just don't want to knock over the other stuff here while I'm trying to show him off. He's like an 8-inch tall figure. He's really, really nicely done. This is again another Bandai figure. So you can kind of again see the labeling, sort of. If my camera would show it, you could sort of see it down there. But it's another Bandai one though. I was really happy to pick this up. I just got a killer deal on it. I don't know if the vendor at G-Fest messed up on the price or not of him. Let me see if I can get him standing here. Bear with me, folks. Let's see. Okay. Alright, so... Okay, bear with me, like I said. Alright. So... Again, I went ahead and got him there, and I only spent like $20 on him. Like I said, that was just a killer deal. I don't know, like I was pointing out, I don't know if the vendor messed up or whatnot, because there were some smaller Gauss figures, like not not the Super Gauss, but some of the other Gauss featured in the movie that they had available for sale there. I don't know if maybe those ones were supposed to be 20 and he was supposed to be more. But you know, I mean, whatever the case may be, I got him for 20 bucks, so you cannot beat that. So anyway, though, definitely really cool figure. Usually this guy, well, without tag, usually goes for around 40, and I think some of the other vendors, that's what I was seeing him go for, around the $40 range. I think with the tag, it's more like 50. So I didn't, obviously it's without the tag, but that's okay. So anyways, though, on to the next one here, and I guess I'm already starting to carry on a bit in this video. I apologize. I wanted this to be quicker for you. But nonetheless, though, check it out, folks. I went ahead and picked up this is the NECA Burning Godzilla. I know I was telling you guys in my last video, my #1 object was to get the SH Monster Arts Burning Godzilla, but believe it or not, they hardly had anything SH Monster Arts related at the convention. I was kind of surprised by that. There was only, I think, like 1 or 2 vendors that had anything SH Monster Arts stuff, but there was only like a few different figures that were there. I think they had the 62 Godzilla and Shin Godzilla and I forgot maybe one other thing, but it was really nothing that was really catching my interest, though. So there was just a very heavy lack of variety of SH Monster Arts there. So I went ahead and went with the NECA. They had the standard Bandai version of the Burning Godzilla, but I think the NECA one looks much better. Plus you've got a lot more points of articulation on him, which obviously I'll go over once I do review all these figures, each individually, of course. Some of the joints on this one were kind of stiff, I noticed, when I took him out of the packaging. And I'm still kind of trying to work them in, I guess, a bit, but I'm trying to be careful because I don't want to break anything either. So a little bit weird, but nonetheless, though, I mean, it's not as... I don't like this one as much as the SH Monster Arts one, because I was hoping to start getting a few more SH Monster Arts stuff in my collection, but nonetheless, though, I mean, not bad for what it is. So I'm still definitely content with it. So anyway, though, so if I couldn't get SH Monster Arts, NECA to me was the next best way to go, I should say. So I got that one. I'm still content with it. And then last but certainly not least, and this was the one that was the priciest because this guy was like $100, but he is a rare figure, and that of course is the Bandai Premium Frankenstein monster figure. Of course, the Toho Frankenstein monster, as you can see, the Bandai China on there, and of course the copyright Toho, trying to show you guys there. So this is a really nice figure. I was definitely happy to pick this up. I saw a few of these at G-Fest. Most of them were more, but the vendor I got it from was selling it for $100, so they actually gave it a bit of a discount on it. So I wanted to at least try to get one like real nice figure in my collection, and this ended up being the one. I was definitely glad to add him. I already have the Bandai Premium, War of the Gargantua, Sanda, and Gyra figures, which I'm definitely going to review in the future, and of course I'm going to review this guy as well in the future. So super happy to pick him up, and he just looks awesome. So I know I'll probably eventually display him with my Revoltech Baragon. Even though the Revoltech Baragon's a bit smaller, and there's a Bandai Premium version that goes with him, but I do like that. I love that Sci-Fi Revoltech Baragon figure, so I think it'll suffice. And I just so I think that it'll be cool looking together. Of course, with Super Gauss, I do have it's my only X Plus that I have. I have an X Plus Gamera, the 95 Gamera, and it's an older X Plus. I believe it was released in 1999, so it's not as big as the more recent years X Plus figures, which are in that 25 to 30 centimeter range. This one, which I would measure in inches, the Gamera that I have, it's like a 7-inch figure. So he'll actually, I already tested out, he actually sizes in pretty darn well with this Super Gauss, so that'll look cool on a shelf together. Obviously, I'm going to review that Gamera figure in the future, and like I said, I'm going to review all these guys in the future. So the shirt and the poster, of course, which I previously showed you guys, and all these figures that I went ahead and picked up. This was my haul for G-Fest this year. I'm definitely pretty darn happy with it. Like I said, it's not as big of a haul as some of the other, you know, people have shown from their hauls from G-Fest. But I'm content with what I got for sure. I'm sorry that I carried on so much, guys. You know, again, I tried to keep this shorter. This is my first time doing a haul video, though, so you know, I do definitely apologize. Just bear with me. You know, this was my first time ever going to G-Fest, my first time in Chicago, period. I had a really good time with my friend. Him and I planned the trip. We made everything work. Did some sightseeing in the city, and then of course did the one day at the convention and made the best of it. We went to a few panels, including Akira Takarada's panel, which kind of kicked the day off that morning. Obviously spent plenty of time in the vendor, you know, the dealer room, you know, and a couple of the other panels that we did were really fun, and I really had a blast. You know, I don't know if I'll ever be back to G-Fest again. It could be a once-in-a-lifetime event. I don't know. We'll see how things go in the future. But I wanted to make the best of things, and I really feel that I did. And if any of you are ever interested in going to G-Fest, I definitely do recommend it. It's a really awesome, you know, convention, and certainly coming from this Godzilla fan, you know, it was a dream come true to be able to go. So that's kind of what I wanted to say there as far as the convention goes. Probably next week for my video I'll get back into some figure reviews, etc., etc. You know, and we'll kind of just go from there, though, folks. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I wanted to add that I'm forgetting. I think I pretty much covered everything, though. Like I said, I had a great time, and hopefully you guys enjoyed my little haul here. One other thing I was going to point out, I do apologize, I'll try to wrap it up here quickly. I would have had one more figure, but there was kind of a mishap. I was trying to get the Mecha Ghidorah, Mecha King Ghidorah, whichever you prefer to call him, Gashapon figure when I got the Mogera one. But the thing was, they had sold me what they thought was the actual one that I want, because I wanted the one when he's in the standing pose, but they ended up giving me one when he was in the flying pose, which otherwise would be okay, but I already had the one. I've already gotten the one of him in the flying pose, so I don't want to double. But, you know, even though I didn't have a ticket for the next day, because I caught it, I went and talked to the staff, and they were actually extremely friendly and extremely cooperative, and they took me over to the vendor the following day, that morning, and see if we could either get it exchanged or refunded. So the vendor helped me look to see if they had the right one, which they didn't, so they just went ahead and gave me my money back, and I really appreciate that. And if any of you staff members or anybody that was at G-Fest, you know, just to let you guys know that they were really, really awesome about that, and I definitely do appreciate it. So that was kind of the one other thing that I did want to address. I'm glad I remember that. Anyway, folks, I am going to wrap it up because I know I'm carrying on way too long for a haul video. I'm sorry about this. But like I said, I had a great time, and I'm definitely happy with my haul from G-Fest. So again, this does wrap it up. I would definitely like to thank you so much for watching. If you would like to subscribe, please feel free to do so. If you would like to like and or comment on any of my videos, please feel free to do so as well. And just remember, until next time, ladies and gentlemen, you be good to yourselves, and sayonara.